Hello everyone. Today in the series of lectures for computer organization and architecture, we will discuss about instruction format and various types of addressing modes. In the previous lecture series, we have discussed about three types of CPU organization, that were single accumulator organization, general register organization and stack organization. The single accumulator organization, it uses one address instruction. Then the second general register organization, it uses two address or three address instruction, and the third one stack organization, that uses zero address instruction. So, starting from what is one address, two address and three address instruction, we will start from the instruction format. This instruction format, to understand this instruction format, every computer basically falls in these type of CPU organization, in which every computer has various varying instruction field. The varying part here is, I am talking about the address. So, the instruction register, this IR is divided into basically three parts. One is my mode field, second is my opcode and third one is address field. This address field is varied in computer to computer organization, that we have discussed earlier three. So, the first field, that is mode field, that determines how the address field will be interpreted to find out the effective address or to find out the operand. Here the effective address is the address where my operand is lying. So, there will be a series of either it will be 0 or 1. By default, the value of IR, we will assume that it is of 16 bit. The address part, we will normally assume it for 12 bits, that is from 0 to 11 my address part is there, 12, 13, 14 field is 14 field is reserved for my opcode, and the last one 15, that is reserved for mode, either it will be 0, either it will be 1. So, if it is 0, then it means we are dealing with the direct addressing mode. If it is 1, then we are dealing with the indirect addressing mode. So, this mode field determines how I will be calculating my effective address. Then the second field, that is my opcode field. This will specify which operation I have to perform. In this, I have taken IR as 16 bit, in which we are taking opcode as 3 bit. So, this 3 means I can perform 8 operations in my system. If I am dealing with 32 bit system, then of course, this IR division of this IR will be changed, and accordingly the number of bits for opcode will also get changed. Then the third type of field is address field. This designate the address, that is either we will be using some memory address or we will be using some processor registers. These processor registers, they have already been discussed ki either we will be using some accumulator or R1, R2, some general purpose registers we will be using, or we will be using some memory address. This will be my address part, this will be my data. Suppose we all stay at home, every home has its address, and at that address the persons are staying. Then 3 address instructions this instruction format, if we are using 3 addresses, that says कि in this instruction format there will be 1 mode field, 1 opcode field and 3 addresses. As I said earlier, this address part gets varied. So, if we are using 3 address instructions, then there will be address 1, address 2, address 3. If we are using 2 address instructions, then there will be 2 addresses, address 1, address 2. If we are using 1 address, there will be 1 address. If we are using 0 address, then there will be no address. So, this 3 address means 1 address is for my destination, where I will move my output, and these 2 addresses are for storing the address of my operand, where on which I will perform the operation. So, 3 addresses, they are used in the instruction where each address it specify either a processor register or it can be a memory operand address. The example I am taking, suppose I have to evaluate an arithmetic expression a plus b cross c plus d. As we are learning the 3 address instruction, so I will be using 3 addresses. So, the first instruction I will be performing a plus b as the first step. So, the first instruction that we will write, add the operation that I am performing, so destination register, that I have taken some temporary register, some processor register specified by R1, then A and B. This A means memory at address A, value of A means this is suppose my memory, then at address location A, what are the contents? They are represented by A. Then at address B, what are the contents that are represented? M of B. So, this means I will be adding the content of A and B and my result is stored in processor register R1. Here I am not talking ki I will be simply adding the A and B. A and B, they are addresses where I have to refer inside my memory. So, I am referring here M of A and here I am referring M of B. Then the second instruction that will be written as I will be performing C plus D in the second step. So, for performing C plus D, the instruction will be written as the mnemonics, that is in the assembly language. I will write my instruction add R2, C, D. This C and D, they are again referring to the addresses. So, M of C and M of D, they are added together and the result I am getting in R2 register. Here I will not write M of R2. We should be very clear, processor register, we never do like this. Then I will be performing the multiplication operation between this first operand, the result is residing now in R1, and the second operand, that is residing in R2, and the result I want at X memory location. This X is address. So, I want my address I want my result at M of X with the multiplication of R1 and R2. So, here I have used the 3 address instructions. The advantage for using the 3 address instructions, they are it results in short program, and the cons for the disadvantage for using the 3 address instruction, the instruction becomes very lengthy because I am going to write because my system is going to convert it in terms of binary, whatever I have written here in the assembly language. So, they will be very lengthy. Then the second, two address instructions. As the name suggests, I will be using two addresses. Remember, I will be using only one mode field and one opcode. So, the two addresses, they are used in instruction where each specify either a processor register, that is R1, R2, R3 and Rn, or it can be a memory operand. The same example, A plus D cross C plus D, the result is going to X. I am solving it using two address instruction. So, when we are using two address instruction, the first instruction will always be a transfer operation, transfer type instruction. So, the first instruction, it will be move instruction, that is A के content को I will be moving in R1, A के content को moving in R1, that means M of A, they are being transferred into R1. The second, I will be performing the addition operation, that is the content of MB and R1, they are added. The third, again move R2 comma C, that is M of C is transferred into a temporary register R2. Fourth, I will be performing addition between R2 and D. Then I am performing the multiplication between one operand residing in R1, the second operand residing in R2. And lastly, I will be moving my result into memory location X. When I have mentioned here the two addresses, this means मेरा जो output है, it will be coming into first register. Likewise, I want my result into X. X is again a memory address. So, what I will write a move instruction that will transfer this R1 content into M of X. Means, जब मैं memory को I will refer my memory at an address X, I will find these content, that is that I have solved using A plus B cross C plus D. Then using one address, as the name suggests, I will be using only one address, but we know we are dealing with binary operands. So, we want two operands. So, where to get the second operand? The second operand by default, we will be taking the general purpose register, that is represented by accumulator. So, always using one address instruction, my first instruction will be load. So, the first instruction here for doing A plus B, the first step that I will write, it will be load A. What it will do? It will transfer the content of A into accumulator. Then I will write add B, that it will perform the addition between accumulator and M of B, and the result will updation in AC. Then I will store somewhere this AC, because I want to perform my next operation. So, the AC are stored into M of T. Then I will load the C, the content of C are loaded into accumulator, added with D, multiplication happens between this T and whatever I am here with the accumulator. So, till now I am having result in accumulator, I want it into X. So, the last I will store it into X. What does this store X mean? This means the AC contents, they are moved into memory of X. Moving on to the zero address instruction, that says ki no address field is used. These types of instructions, they are being used in stack organization, where I will only write push and pop. So, for solving this A plus B cross C plus D, firstly its RPN value will be written, that it will be AB plus CD plus cross. So, A and B, they are pushed because they are operands. Then where the third we have found the plus, that is add. So, add will be performed between A plus B. Then C and D automatically from the top of the stack will be pushed. I need not to specify any address. Then again plus is there, so addition will be performed. So, here मेरे पास top of the stack पे I am having C plus D. Then I am getting here multiplication. So, I will write here multiplication, and the top of the stack and TOS minus 1 multiplication will be performed, and the result will be at top of the stack. I want it in X, so I will perform the pop X. Then addressing modes. As we have discussed कि instruction program is set of instructions. Every instruction will be fetched first, then it will be decoded in the second step, and then it will be executed. For understanding these addressing modes, we need to understand first the instruction cycle. So, this instruction cycle, it consists of three major phases. Pehla, fetch phase, when the instruction is being fetched. कहाँ से fetch? According to the present value of program counter. As the instruction is getting fetched, the PC gets updated. Then second step, decode the instruction. Decode, that says which operation I have to perform on this instruction. Third is execute the instruction. This is for one instruction. Second instruction of the same program, same cycle repeats, and so on. जितनी भी मेरे एक प्रोग्राम में instructions हैं. Fine. So, for referring which address, either a memory address or a processor register, I need to be clear with from IR. This instruction register, it tells me at which address I need to go, and this address can be represented in various ways, and that ways are being studied in addressing modes. So, addressing modes, they specify a rule for interpreting or modifying the address field for any instruction. Somewhere this address will be treated as not an address, it is just an operand. Somewhere it will be treated as address, somewhere it will be treated as address of address where my operand will be found. So, I need to define an effective address. So, this effective address is the address of the operand for my any kind of computational instruction. So, effective address is the address where my operand has to be found, where I have to do this decoding and execution has to takes place. So, the variety of addressing modes, it gives me advantage in terms of to give programming flexibility to the user and to use the bits in the address field of the instruction in an efficient manner. Then we are discussing types of addressing mode. The first mode we are taking as implied mode. as the name suggests, the operand itself, it is implicitly specified in the definition of the instruction. And how do I define my effective address then? So, effective address, it is always equal to the accumulator in this case. And if I am dealing with stack organization, suppose I have written push or pop, that is also a kind of implied mode instruction, because I am not anywhere specifying my operand nor specifying my address. So, in that case my EA will be stack pointer value. Second mode, immediate mode. Immediate mode says the operand is itself specified, rather specifying the address of the operand. I am directly specifying the operand. If I take the example complement accumulator, so here I have specified the register where I have to perform the operation. So, these are very fast to acquire an operand. Third mode is my register mode. Register mode is the address of the instruction is the register itself, that is I will be specifying R1 or R2 in my instruction. This is my IR, this address, here in this address somewhere it will be mentioned R1 or R2. So, how do I calculate the effective address? It is just the register field of the instruction. If I write it symbolically, that is IR का जो R part है, address part है, that is I will write it as R1 or R2. Fourth mode, that is register indirect mode. Here the instruction, it specifies that contains the address of the operand. Here I have said कि R1 की जो value है 400, it will be my operand in case of register mode, and in case of register indirect mode, this 400 will be my effective address. That means whatever is the value of my processor register, any processor register that I am taking, either it is R1 or R2, here I have taken R1, the value 400, it will be treated as the address. So, at 400 location inside my memory, whatever value I will be having, that will be my operand, and this 400 will be my effective address. Then the next mode is auto increment mode and auto decrement mode. It is same as register indirect mode. Whatever we have studied in the fourth type of mode, that is register indirect mode, it is same, but as the name suggests, auto increment, I will be incrementing the value of register. Suppose I have taken 400 in my previous example, so it will be 401, but after the instruction, fine. So, EA will be 400 only in case of auto increment, and the value is decremented by 1 in case of auto decrement. So, my effective address will be 399 in this case, in case of auto decrement mode. Remember, increment takes place post and decrement takes place pre. So, my effective address will be 399 in case of auto decrement, and it will be 400 in case of auto increment. The next mode is relative addressing mode. रिलेटिव, किसी चीज के मुझे रिलेटिव जाना है, कौन सी चीज के रिलेटिव जाना है? first thing I am having address field that I am already having. किस चीज के relative जाना है? That relativity is being told by PC, that is program counter. So EA is defined, that is the content of program counter, they are added to the address part of the instruction to find out the value of EA. So EA is written PC plus IR. The next mode is direct addressing mode. Here the instruction specifies directly the address as the name suggests. जो भी मुझे IR में address part given है 0 to 11 bits में, that is my direct effective address. उस मेमोरी लोकेशन पे जो मुझे मिलेगा that will be my operand. एंड जैसे ही मैं इसके आगे इन लगा देती हूँ इनडायरेक्ट एड्रेसिंग मोड, तो यहाँ पर जो मुझे मिल रहा है उस पे जो मिलेगा एक और ऐड कर दूंगी, दैट इज इस वैल्यू पे जो मुझे मिलेगा दैट विल बी माई एड्रेस एंड हेयर आई विल गेट द ऑपरेंड. इनडायरेक्ट सेज गो वन मोर स्टेप, that is the address field of an instruction, it specifies the address of a memory location where I need to go, that contains the address of the operand, and if I need to write symbolically, it will be written as M of IR of X. Next, indexed addressing mode. In this, the content of index registers, they are added to the address part of the instruction. So my effective address, it will be whatever I am having in the address field of IR, add the content of X index register, where X is my special CPU register containing index value. Then next mode is base register addressing mode. The content of base registers, they are added to the address part of the instruction to find out the value of effective address. So the effective address is written IR of address part plus base register value. So in this lecture series, we have discussed about various kinds of instruction. We have discussed about 3 address instruction, 2 address instruction, 1 address instruction and 0 address instruction. Inside that, how the address part was being varied in every instruction, we have solved it using one example. And the secondly, we have discussed about how addressing mode plays an important role and the types of different kind of addressing modes, starting from the register mode, direct mode, indirect mode, auto increment, auto decrement, base register mode, index register mode, how the calculation of EA takes place and where my operand will be residing for in each kind of addressing mode. Thank you.